Hello and welcome to the hashtag 153 quid bike, a not very epic tale of blagging and bodging your way onto a decent bike for bingo money. So, the 153 quid bike challenge, what's it all about? Do you know what? If you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, I'd have probably given a different answer. It took making this video to show me what I was trying to do with it. Essentially, what it boils down to, ladies and gents, is community. The initial challenge was to make the best bike that I could with 153 quid in order to demonstrate to the bike snobs that you didn't need a 5-figure budget to be rocking an awesome bike and having a great time. What did I discover along the way? I discovered that without the people, you can't have the bike. The people I've interacted with, the ways that I've had to engage with people in order to make the deals, to make this bike on such a minuscule budget, have really opened my eyes to the true value of the cycling community in the UK. It's not about getting on your shiny 10 grand Pinarello, ragging yourself around Calpe, dressed in Rafa and looking like an idiot. It is about the people. And hopefully this video and the videos that follow it, where we talk a little more in depth about how I achieved the hashtag 150 quid bike challenge, will open your eyes and allow you to go forward and enjoy your cycling experience a little more. The graffiti in the background was found in the wild at the Edinburgh Festival in 2016, and it's always resonated with me. Please take a moment to think about it. All cyclists are beautiful. So here we have it, the frame upon which we're going to hang our hashtag 153 quid bike. Turned out to be a Cube Agree GTC CSL race, to give it its full name, from 2013. As you can see as we swoop over it, this is a full carbon frame with some really neat tricks for a bike of its year and certainly for a bike of its price. It's a full composite frame, only aluminium on it is within the steerer, and a little weird aluminium panel which we'll swoop by in a second, which is supposed to protect the bottom bracket area but hasn't quite done its job. This will bring us to the only downside of the frame as well. As we come past the little aluminium bit, you can see a tiny little scrape from a decent bit of chain strike. All in all, the bike's in fantastic condition, and best of all, it only cost 40 quid. Where did the frame come from then? Well, this handsome bearded chap is Dean Mitchell, one of our page members. When I first posted that I was having some trouble with the Giant Defy, which some of you might know was the original basis for this project, Dean reached out to offer me his cube frame that he had at a very reasonable price. Now, that's exactly what we need. He saw a fellow cyclist in need and he acted. I wouldn't have known he had a frame going spare. You know, I'd never met the guy before in my life, but he was reaching out, reaching his hand down to a brother in need of help. So the story behind the frame from Dean is that a friend of his actually picked it up to make it into a winter bike and never ended up seeing through the project. Sat on it for about 12 months and then just got a bit sick of the project, wanted to get rid of it. Dean swooped in and he was going to turn this into a turbo trainer bike, which would have been a horrible fate for such a beautiful frame. So thankfully, through his own initiative and reaching out to me, we've now got the frame that's the basis for the 153 quid bike, and it is an absolute stunner. Thank you very much, Dean. Frame secured, we're going nowhere fast without a decent group set. What you can see here is a Shimano 105 5800 11-speed group set. We've got the shifters, we've got the brakes, we've got the rear mech, and we've got the front mech, and these were thrown in with a set of handlebars and I think a set of bottle holders as well. Altogether, I paid £70 for these off Facebook Marketplace, which was well below the going rate on eBay. How did I get such a great deal on a group set? Well, you're looking at him. This is Josh. I met Josh via Facebook Marketplace, where he was originally just advertising the 105 shifters. However, he was local to me. I got chatting to him about a local cycling club which he was looking to go out with and who I'd cycled with previously, and he mentioned that he'd actually just upgraded his entire group set. This was great for me because it meant I could make him an offer on all the bits that I needed, so I ended up with that 105 partial group set that you saw before for a fantastic price of only 70 quid. And as I've mentioned, such a stand-up bloke, he turned up at the meet with a few extra things in the bag as well just to help out the project. It is key if you're using Facebook Marketplace to always exercise caution. Prices trend a little bit lower than on eBay, but they do it for a reason. I got hella lucky meeting Josh. He's a cracking guy. I've checked out all the kit that I bought from him and it was working fine, but just be aware that for some reason, Facebook Marketplace can attract fakes or damaged goods and people who will just block you and disappear into the night, and you don't have the comeback that you do when you're using eBay. Josh, thanks for being a stand-up seller and for giving me this great gear at a great price. Having discussed the purpose of the project, where we got the frame, where we got the group set, I think that's enough for one video. If you join me in the next video, I'll be talking about the last few bits and bobs that we picked up, the little things you might not have thought about, the little tips and tricks I'm going to use to get this bike looking tip top for when we put it together. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this. Please leave your feedback in the comments. Always looking to improve. This is my first time putting together editing a video. If there's anything about it you didn't like, other than the fact that it looks like it was filmed on a potato, please let me know. Guys, your support to CP Cafe and your support to me as an individual on this page means the world. Thank you so much for taking the time, and I'll speak to you all again soon.